Shortlisted for Innovation Champion: Paul Mallett, Sarah Cullen, Furness General's colorectal team.
The reason I nominated the colorectal team at Furness General started because the consultant, Ms Patel, the colorectal surgeon, came to me probably 18 months ago, 2 years ago, with an initiative that had been started off down in Yeovil Hospital, which was the Enhanced Recovery Programme, which includes nutritional value for the patient. And as a group of us went down to Yeovil, and we met the surgeons down there, the nursing team, the physiotherapist, and we realised that we could initiate the treatment here at Furness General. From a manager's point of view and a matron's point of view, what I could see with the benefit of the service was the benefit to the patients because they were nutritionally sound as preoperatively and postoperatively. They were up and eating 12 hours after surgery. Their length of stay was reduced by approximately 5 days. They were going home at 3 to 4 days, the really good ones. So that meant less complications. So from an overall perspective, from a service improvement, we were reducing the length of stay, but the main focus was that it was improving the patient's stay. And I think the team has worked diligently together to ensure that most patients go through this process when they come into hospital.
How do you feel as a team being nominated for this work that you've done?
I think it's really quite exciting. I think it's good that it's being recognised.
Yeah.
I think actually we've made quite a difference to the patients. You know, when you see someone going home in 4 days, it's quite nice, you know, to.
Yeah, I think it has. Yeah, it's nice to kind of, like you say, be recognised as one of the. I mean, we're one of the first hospitals in the trust to roll it out, and the other teams now are looking at it. So we can't be doing all bad, can we?
Paul Mallett is the laboratory manager for the maxillofacial laboratory. He's the senior maxillofacial technologist here. He's based at Lancaster, but he runs the laboratory which provides service for all of our sites, including those at Furness and Westmorland General. He works very closely with his colleague Andrew Tinkler, and they produce a very, very high quality of work for all of the specialties within the maxillofacial unit. Paul was nominated particularly for this award because he actually won a very prestigious medal earlier this year called the Aldridge Medal in March 2009 for giving an outstanding lecture at the National Orthodontic Technicians Association, which was voted for as his peers as the best lecture given during that conference, which was a tremendous accolade. The lecture was based on a technique which he's been working on over many years called the Modified Lockwood Spacer technique. And that's aimed at helping produce the right technical movements in the laboratory for planning jaw surgery. And he works very closely, again, with his colleague Andrew and with Mr Dyer, the surgeon, and with myself as the orthodontist in preparing the care for these patients. He's a great innovator, Paul. He's always interested in new things, as well as his maxillofacial work. And he's very, very interested in the body prosthetic work, so prosthetic fingers, prosthetic ears, noses, prosthetic nipples. He works in the breast clinic as well with those. And he has a very sensitive, caring nature when he deals with patients who are obviously in very difficult circumstances.
How do you feel about being nominated for the Innovation Award?
I think it's a great honour. It really is, and it's good not just for myself, but I think it's fantastic for the department as well, because you know we work as a very close team, and I think the fact of the matter is, without the kind of fertile ground that we have here, I don't think we'd have the same impetus to actually go forward and actually make all these inventions and actually be able to apply the work that we do. The fact that we have such a good team means that you want to go out and you feel compelled really to sort of to do the kind of work and to the kind of quality that we do.
I've worked with Sarah probably for going on 10 years now, and I nominated her for the innovation section of the award because of her work with the productive ward and other work that she's done. She's tenacious, she won't take no for an answer, and she knows how to negotiate with people to get the best for patient care. This was one of the first pilot wards for implementing productive ward. She took some of her own time to do it, eventually secured some funding from the PCT. But what the productive ward does is look at processes that are existing and in place and aim to reduce the amount of time nurses waste managing those processes so they can spend more time with patients.
Obviously I'm flattered. The job itself gives me rather an advantage because the project is so easily taken up by everyone, so it's really easy to enthuse people. The project is really good because it allows nurses and midwives time to step back and look at the way that they work. We focus very much on helping them to work smarter, not harder, and the time that they save they can reinvest in quality patient care.